Hi, this is Stanley Smith with Stanley Smith Allstate. I'd like to talk to you this afternoon about personal umbrella policies. These policies are designed to protect you and your family from devastating liability judgments that might be levied against you because of something that you might do while you're driving an automobile, while you are boating, or say someone in your family is hosting an event at your house and you have a bunch of people coming over for a party or some kind of event and something happens to them and you're found legally responsible. Your underlying policy limits, liability limits, might not be adequate to pay for those claims. So a personal umbrella policy gives you that extra protection that you need in the event you're held legally responsible for something that you don't have the financial wherewithal to pay for. Now, who's affected by this? If you own rental property, or if you have a large nest egg, or if you're just somebody who's just starting out who has a fairly good job, your wages could be garnished as a result of you not having adequate limits to be able to pay for a liability claim. So what I'd like to do is give you a couple of scenarios that you should think about in terms of an automobile accident, a gun or hunting accident, or even a scenario as basic as one of your children driving down the highway, coming home late at night, and hitting someone and being held personally responsible, but your limits may not be adequate to take care of them. So let's first talk about a scenario where you're going down the highway and the roads are slick and you look away for a moment and you look up and you end up losing control and you have a multi-car accident. So you're responsible for that, and behind you might be 3 or 4 really expensive cars. Well, if you don't have adequate limits to pay for that claim, then your personal assets could be in jeopardy. If you have rental property, it could be in jeopardy, or your wages could be garnished. Or say, for example, you're on a hunting trip and you don't see a particular person and your rifle goes off in a direction and someone gets shot. Well, it was inadvertent, but the damage has been done and you could be held personally responsible for that. Your liability limits could come into question, and if they're not adequate, then again, your personal assets could be impacted. And also, finally, if you have a child or even another loved one who's on your policy who lives in your household, they could be involved in an automobile accident because maybe they're an inexperienced driver or the conditions are such that they get involved in a bad accident, and they could be held legally responsible. And if they're responsible because it's your policy and your automobile, that means you're responsible. A personal umbrella policy gives you that extra protection that you need to be able to protect your family and your family's assets. So what I'd like to do is give you an opportunity to contact me so we could discuss these policies in more detail. Call me and I'll make sure you're always in good hands. You can call me at 972-789-1111, or you can email me at stanleysmith@allstate.com. Thank you.